Everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody else in there? I'm gonna click on the one. The blue button up there. Oh, you may do those. Like you did. Good morning. How are we doing?
Good.
Great.
Everybody's good? Yeah.
I wish I had started.
So y'all learned, I want to share some real quick little story about me. It's first of all, we introduce somebody. Ashley, stand up, please.
No pressure.
Everybody say hi to Ashley.
Hi, Ashley.
Ashley got her license. When? How long ago?
Like 2 weeks.
Like 2 weeks ago. So actually, one of our newest agents came on board with us today. She's already a GoogleMyBusiness class. They're not coming right in the middle of it. They have no idea what she's doing. So actually, thank you for being here. Go ahead and introduce yourself to Ashley after class. Quick class, obviously. Each one of these is an hour long. So in a minute, we'll get kicked off. I don't want to take up too much time. Before we get started today, and we introduce Lacie again here in a moment, I want to have Marcy come up. Marcy Rebus. I would say Marcy Rebus. NRL Mortgage, our lovely host. She hosts us all the time, so big one. Marcy, tell us what's on our. Tell us how we go save big money on lending.
Yes, well, listen, you use our team. Use our team because our team stays in the know. April, she is, as I told you guys before, she has been in the industry for about 16 years now, so she has seen it all. Anything that you guys with, she knows how to get you guys to the closing table efficiently and quickly. And so we set expectations for the borrowers. We keep in constant communication with even the listing agent. If you're the buyer's agent, with you, with your buyer, that way, everybody's all in communication throughout the entire process. So if you've never worked with us before, please give us that opportunity to show you how we work, show you how we're different. But thank you guys for being here today. I'm really excited to hear this. This is the last part.
It's part three.
Part three.
One more.
All right. This is
Another
great
power hour.
information. So thank you so much for being here today. And I will be here if you guys have any questions.
You have any questions about any lending stuff right now?
Not lending, but what passport?
It's NRL 790 PASS.
So y'all go into NRL Mortgage, not the 5G, just NRL
Yeah,
Mortgage,
just
the regular
NRL.
one. NRL 790.
But yeah, thank you. If y'all have any questions, I have cards in the back. April's here. You guys let us know.
Marcy and April are fantastic. Marcy, thank you so much. They're very good. When it comes to the big C, I call it the big C, right? What's the big C in real estate? There's a lot of C's in real estate. Communication is the #1 C in real estate, okay? It is not your commission. You will not get commission if you do not communicate with people, okay? So now on big C is communication. Very good, right? Okay, I'm gonna say commission.
Commission by communication. Yeah, the double C's.
And listen, communication is our reputation. That's what we say here, because communication is also your commission. So put it all together,
Go. Print that on a shirt.
right?
Communication is, hashtag that.
Okay, here's a hoot.
It could be our boots. You might have seen my story last week.
Yeah.
My little kid, sorry, it's terrible. I picked my kid up. I used to get him every Monday and Friday from school, talk about school, and I love it because I get in there and he's really excited to see me. It's the best thing ever. You all know this if you have kids. And I get in there and he usually runs up to me, just gives me a hug and ran up to me and stopped and looked at me and goes, "I pooped." First thing he said to me, "Great." I'll change that diaper now. It's awesome. So-
No, he's still technically on the.
Yeah, close the door back. You should have closed the door.
Yeah.
Oh, I looked
Yeah.
over, I said, yeah, here, I immediately turned to the, I was like.
He's still on your clock. Yeah, I'm gonna step away. Yeah.
Freaky Friday is the greatest Friday ever. So, also, before we get Lacie in here, y'all, with Seth. Seth Tibbetts with WFG. Seth's here today. Representative with WFG. They've got offices all over the area. He sits in the Arlington office currently. Most of you know Jackie as well, my wife, who works WFG down in the Houston area and partners up here in Arlington as well. But Seth is not just sales, also does, he'll sit down with you, do trainings, kind of piggyback off what Lacie does. And not only Google My Business, it's not the only thing they're good at, though. Okay? Great closing,
We do it all.
closing. He brought me my check this morning. Thank you, Seth. I appreciate that. And so you'll get to know Seth. Seth, you want to say anything?
Thank you all for having us. Lacie is awesome at what she does. I know that everybody works at different speeds. So if for some reason you feel you're not where you want to be at the end of each of these classes, keep in mind you can still schedule one-on-ones with Lacie either via Zoom or in person after this, before this, whatever works for everyone. So if you feel like there's something you're missing, let me know. We'll schedule it with Lacie, and it doesn't have to be in this class specifically, but it's in addition to. So, and that's something that we offer. So, farming, anything else, training wise, we can do whatever you need.
Love it. Seth, thank you so much, man. And then Miss Lacie Verner.
Good
Now, what y'all
morning.
have met Lacie so far, so I'm just gonna let her kick off and get going. But y'all enjoy the class today. Today is products, right? Our products menu. So
Yes,
listen in. Thanks, Lacie.
absolutely. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Aren't you excited? Last week we geotagged and you learned some secret SEO tips and tricks there to implement and start using. Today we are going to be looking at the Google products menu, building out some evergreen content. So pieces that you create once, you let them sit and they'll do the work for you. So it's a good use of time. You don't have to be in there all the time, you know, maintaining it, keeping it updated, but just some powerful pieces within that Google business listing. If you are not verified, because we started a couple weeks ago, we claimed our name on Google, some were awaiting a postcard. If you're not verified, you won't have access to the products menu yet, but you can still walk through everything else during this class, just that last piece, you just won't be able to post it yet. So hopefully your verification card comes in quickly. And if not, there is the option when you log back into your Google business dashboard. And I would probably give it, you know, it's 2 weeks, which is a little long. I'd probably give it a few more days. You know, we've seen this year, post office isn't on time as much as it was before. And there are just some delays. I had a client who went in and, you know, requested to get the postcard again twice. And all of a sudden they got, you know, all 3 postcards showed up, and it just happened to be that it was the post office a little slow. So, so maybe give it another week. And if not, then request that postcard again. And you'll see that option right there when you log into your Google business dashboard. But we will get started. As you know, my name's Lacie. I work with a wonderful company called West. We're a Williston Financial Group company, so WFG, that's WFG National Title's sister company is West. So it's through WFG National Title that I get to be here in these classes, get to teach on different marketing techniques and technology, and also offer that the consultations. So working one-on-one with you, looking at your business strategy, looking at your marketing, your online presence, and helping you to move the needle in your business and reach and exceed your goals. So I work with a nationwide team of marketing and technology professionals who work with top producers in different markets. And through that team, we're always in communication. We get to share things that work. We get to learn things that don't, and get to bring that to you. So, let me here. Let me let these people in real quick. I don't know why I look up there. And so again, show this at the beginning of the classes, but this is the goal, right? We see that this is just a Google Trends report for the search term realtors near me. Over the course of the last 5 years, it's increasing. People are searching for realtors and using the term realtor in that search. When I search this with real estate, the term real estate just isn't used when people are looking for agents like it was before. So just to keep in mind, this is the purpose that we are competing for the result for that. So the Google products menu, and I would say products because it's real estate, and that term is not one that we use in real estate language, but it is what it's called in the Google business, and something that we're able to create different categories of, we'll say more along the lines of, individual services you might provide. And so the products menu allows you to build a visual of, so you'll have an image that kind of says what your product is. So a visual showcase with details around what that product is, and really reach out to your referrals and potential customers right there on the front page of Google. So to kind of show you a snapshot of what it is that we are looking at, this would be the how the products menu appears in your Google business listing. So you create your own categories, the two that we'll look at, and I'll give you a guide so you can have ideas and run with it to what makes the most sense for your business. But the two categories that are built here that we'll focus on are the sell your home category and buy a home category. And then each of these products are completely custom. You can create products that make sense for you. But if clicked on, so say I click on the second one for the home value report, this is what the client would then see. Keywords, 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 right? So we're trying to build up that to where you don't know my name, at least you're seeing my Google business, and then hopefully leading them down this funnel to click to learn more. And that learn more could lead you to, if you have a lead capture tool, a landing page, or a form to contact you. So another process there to give you an idea of the end goal. So today, these are the two pieces that we're going to build out. It's going to be two categories, one for buy a home, one for sell a home, and then we'll build out one product within each of those just to get you through the process of it. And then, again, you'll have that guide and can build out future ones. And so we will head over to the site here. This is where that guide and a couple of downloads will be. So go ahead and hop into, I recommend Google Chrome, but hop into your browser, and it's lacietxwest.com/GMB menu. So Google My Business menu. Let's see, I almost got it wrong. All right, I'm gonna hop out of here and I will join you on. It looks like I'm squinting, but it's really tiny for me to see on here. So, all right, and on this, we'll just head on down to this bottom section where it has today's downloads and links. The first one we're going to use is going to be this Google My Business products menu guide. And this document you're going to want to download and save. So you might create, if you don't already have a Google My Business folder on your computer, you might create one for that, just so you can keep your guides there. And within that, you might create one for products menu. Oops. All right. And so on here, as I mentioned, these are just ideas for you, something to keep, something to work off of for different, categories and products. Notice on here, there's 4 categories. I said we're going to be looking at 2. The 2 we're going to look at are the evergreen pieces. These are some that you create once. You don't have to get in there and edit them each week or anything like that. But there are other options. And if you chose to take the extra step of promoting your listings, those would be a product through Google. So you could have a category for homes for sale and market your listings there, and then a category for homes sold. So moving those to the home sold category. And then there's just notes within that. So just wanted to give you an idea on some other ways you could do that. And then the second page of this does have the step-by-step of, uploading it to your Google business. So save that, keep it, and use it down the line. And then we'll go ahead and head on back to that tab that has our downloads and links. We have Canva. Everyone in here uses Canva, right? Okay, perfect. If you don't already use Canva, oh, you got it. Okay, she's got it all, So I just created a couple of templates for today's purposes. Of course, you may want to edit them to be more in line with your brand, but we'll go ahead and start with this home value report template. All right, and we'll click use template there. So this would be, you could use this template and just change out the title for creating another product, and yeah, and keep, and change this to be in line with your brand. But so the template is available, and as you edit it, you can save it into your Canva and reuse it. And so on here, you can, up to you. I just left a spot there if you did want to change, add your name, your brokerage, or you can delete that, whatever makes the most sense for you. I'm just going to put I'm a realtor on here. And then, of course, just a quick Canva note, if you're unfamiliar, say that you wanted to change, you're going with a different color scheme. You can go over to the Photos tab over here on the left, search for a picture of a house, or upload your own image to this, and then you would simply drag it over the other image to replace it. Okay, so just so, in case you weren't aware, that's how to get those fields edited. Go ahead for today's purpose and change the name or delete this field if you choose, and we will download this image and save it to our computer. And we're going to save this either PNG or JPEG is fine. And then we will click download. Yeah. All right, and it should show up in the bottom of your browser. We'll open that up and do a file save as, or on a Mac, it'll be file move to. Products menu. And I'm going to change the name on mine. I like to have it, to know what it is. It's also an opportunity for keywords. We do have home value report, but I'm just going to remove the copy of template. All right. And I already have one in there. I did this yesterday, so I'm going to get yours saved. You'll have it in there. And so now we have an image that's going to be used as the visual for our first Google product for that home value report. But what do we want to do before we upload any images to?
Geotag.
We want to geotag it, yes. So we'll walk back through that really quick. We have that downloaded and saved. Hopefully you bookmarked the tool in your browser, but if not, it's going to be tool.geo I-M like Mary, G-R. Geo, IMGR.com. Didn't bookmark it last time. Let's go ahead and bookmark it. It's tool, TOOL dot Geo, GEO, IM like Mary, GR.com. All right, and so this is the Geotag tool that we walked through last week. So we'll go ahead and on the right here, we're going to click to upload that image of the home value report. Document. I just removed the copy of template at the beginning and named it home value report.
Okay.
And then since it's not geotagged, since we just downloaded it, it's going to drop us in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, but that's not where our clients are. So we want to double click our way to one of our, last week we talked about having 5 or 6 target areas, communities that you're marketing to. And so knowing those, we want to kind of alternate, right, between the images that we upload to Google. And so we'll double click our way to one of those, target areas that we're marketing to.
And this doesn't have to be like exact.
Right.
Just,
Just, yeah, a little cluster. So that's what I like to think of, all, a little cluster of images here, a cluster of images there, to have it show up. And it doesn't have to be 5 or 6. I mean, your business, but something I say so that you're not just like sprinkled out all over the map. We want you to be the powerhouse in the areas that you're marketing to. So I'm going to just drop my pen right over here and it'll show up. So I didn't have an existing geotag, but now where I drop my pin and I can get as close as, I choose to, it's going to populate the latitude, longitude there. But also we have this opportunity for keywords and tags. So if you saved the Word document from last week, you can open that up and copy your keywords from it. And that would be in your geotagging folder that we created. The file that I had given said SEO, send local signals is what I had it.
The picture that we're putting up is.
Oh, home value report.
Okay.
It might say copy of template.
Well, I'm just gonna put that in my keyword as.
Oh, okay. Yeah, adding that term there.
Can you geotag it to an existing, all of your other existing ones? Or are you just saying it?
You want it to be like a cluster. So maybe it's not necessarily, it doesn't have to be the same exact latitude and longitude, but within the same, small area on the map. So I would recommend, even though I'm a little zoomed out here, say I'm, marketing this area that's around the schools here in Aledo. Then I would want my, my pin to be somewhere in here. And the next time I come back and I upload another image, it might be that my pin's, there or here, and that's okay. But we want you to have as far as your target areas, you to be, relatively clustered of your.
For example, it's not a good idea to do, say, Fort Worth and Dallas and Galveston.
If you're marketing to those areas, heavily, those are your targets, then yeah, absolutely. So this is just one of my locations. Just for business purposes, I would pull out a map and really pinpoint the areas that you're, and I've helped a realtor just by, creating little pins on here to say, this is where you're going to be, a visual. And so, the next time, okay, well, last I was here, one of my pins, one of my target areas is here. And that's completely, yeah. And you can have more than 5 or 6, but I say at least have 5 or 6 that you're really working on. And it's okay. I mean, if some are a little bit outside of that, but again, those clusters. So getting in here, dropping that pin, it's going to drop in the geotags. I grabbed the keywords and tags from the file that I saved last week. It'd be in, you had a geotagged images folder is what I prompted
If
you
you did
to
it right.
click. If you did it, then it should be exactly where mine is. I'm just kidding.
But I'm not saying you did it wrong. Julie.
I love having a mask on sometimes, because then you can't see the things that happen.
It's funny though, when you mount it, I can see the 4 letters coming out of it.
And if you didn't, or if you don't have that from last week, just start to type in some keywords here. It's going to be word, comma, short phrase, comma. That might be Fort Worth, comma. We want to be sure to include the word realtor. This is going to be a home value, comma. Home value report, comma. You would include your name. Ah, I can't look this way. All right. And then for the description, you're going to want this to be somewhat sentence format. So you'll grab it on that Word document. I gave a couple of examples from last week for image descriptions. Oh no. And then you'll copy that and paste it here. You could also say Lacie Verner, realtor with one offers a free home value report in Dallas or Fort Worth. Okay. So then we will, it's the first blue button. So we're going to do the right EXIF tags. It's going to show that that photo is tagged. And then the second blue button for download. And then where do we want to save this image now that we've geotagged it? Into our geotagged images folder, right? The one we created last week. We don't want it to be confused with one that's not. So we'll do the file save as or file move to and drop that in our geotagged images folder. Okay. All right. So now we have the visual piece for creating that first product within our Google Business dashboard. And so we'll head over to that dashboard and go ahead and create our first product. So open up a new tab or click over to your Google Business dashboard. If you don't remember the quickest way to get there, and let me try to show you. So if you do go to Google, you're logged into your Gmail account, you'll see either your picture or initials up here on the top right that indicate you're logged in. If you hover over that, it'll show you which Google account you're logged into. If that's the one that your Google Business is set up with, then this little waffle right beside your face or beside your initials is the best way to get to any of your Google apps. You can get to all your, forms, documents, and that business profile, so the blue marketplace. So we'll click there to get to our dashboard. All right. And so, like I said, if you're not verified, you won't, I don't believe you'll have the products menu option over here on the left. It'll be similar to posts, but for today's purposes, you might just look at that guide that you've downloaded to see what it looks like as we go through. So we'll click on products. Delete these products.
You want to fill the box or not fill the box? Or does it matter?
For the template,
For the, when you use the photo.
Like it's in here.
Uh-huh.
Do I want to make it bigger so it's like the sides are white, or is that okay?
is it the same one I gave that you had? Then I would think it's okay. Let me see. Oh yeah, because it's just showing you a square thumbnail, but whenever it'll work well for that text to be seen. Yeah, because it actually shows up in two places and they're both different formats. So it's about that center text being in the middle. So we're going to go to, we're on that products tab here. And we'll click on, let me see if I refresh. What it is. There we go. So we'll click on get started. Okay, we do that, it's going to pop up asking you to create your first product. So we'll select a photo, which is going to be that geotagged image that we just saved for the home value report. All right. And so product name, home value report. And then, so it's going to give you the option to, of course, we don't have any categories built yet. So we're going to create a new category. And this one would be under sell your home. And then we have the option for price range. We don't want to put 0 here. So we're going to leave that off. So don't click to toggle that, leave it blank. And then we'll work on the product description. So we want to say, using keywords. So are you looking to sell your home in the Fort Worth area? Question mark. I'm happy to provide a free home value report to, for you to learn, the current value of your home. You know how to say that part. So.
Still put like your name and or any other key, this is for keywords.
Keywords, yeah. So you could say, as a realtor with front real estate, I'm happy to provide you with a current home value report. So including those, and I would include Dallas Fort Worth area, something along those lines.
So it's okay to say, I knew that stuff in this. Okay.
Yep. If you're representing a team, you might say we are pleased to, but I is great on your individual business listing.
Why would you not put price point? Don't price point.
We don't, the $0 wouldn't be good. That would be like a buy now. And we're not doing a buy now. And you don't want all of them to just say $0. So, and because with Google too, their AI, as it's reading it, might say, okay, that's kind of weird. They have all these products, they're all at 0. It could end up suspended, and then you have to go through the process of lifting that. Okay. This will be live on the front page of Google. So, and that visual that's there, that image, if they click on that, this will pop up, the full product description. Yeah. You want to make sure too, the grammar's good. It's in good sentence format. And these are something you can come back and edit too. So for today, we'll get a description up there, but
are we going to eventually include or can include a link, say to a home,
yeah,
a landing page? So you would want to say something like click here?
Yep. Yep. So tell them to do something at the end. So click on the button below to receive one today, or receive one within the next, however, whatever your response time is, but click below for your free report. Let's not.
And you gotta be on the spot.
Yeah. Because with every product you create, it says the button's optional. Always we want to take their hand and lead them to the next step. If they got that far and they're reading, we want them to take the next step. So we'll click add a button. It's going to give you the options here. Learn more would make the most sense. Get offer depending on what it is, but learn more is typically the best way to do that, or with these make the most sense. So we have the link for your button here, depending on what you have set up. That might be, like I said, to a landing page, a lead capture form. If you don't have those set up yet, you can we want to link them to your agent profile page, the best way to reach you. This could be if you, if you don't have those lead capture tools, it can be a Google form. You get a link here, it pops up the Google form, name, property address, email, something easy, right? They're going to fill out, and but that shows also your contact information, so have that on there at the top. That would be just a couple options, but for today, and you drop in the link that makes sense for you, but you can go over and grab your link to your agent profile page. All right, so we'll paste that here and click save.
Lacie, what are the perspectives? Nobody actually
I can find out. So we do have case studies across like our other markets too. And in the insights, we can see who is. And so I just know working with agents that we know it works, but I haven't really personally done the percentage for mine. Yeah, it's interesting because I love, data analytics and things. So this insights tab will show you who's clicking through certain pieces. Well, I'll find out and see. But we have that first one, it's pending. They do post pretty quickly. So by the time we build out the second one, we'll probably see that this one is live. And so just to get you in the habit of it, we'll walk through it one more time. So we'll go back to, you can either go back to the guide for the home buyer consultation, or even that Canva template, and you could change your text here. But we'll go here and home buyer consultation template. We'll use this template and edit the information. I do like visually for different categories to have, of course you want it to be in brand, in line with your brand, but maybe a little bit different look. So we want the category to all look like it belongs together. And then the next category might just have a change of color or a different, background image that you use as you build yours out. Looking at that and creating those visually would be great. So we'll edit this one. Right. And so we have that home buyer consultation. We'll click download in the top right. Oh, yeah. And then am I offline? There it is. Okay. Yay, you saved your design. It will pop up down here and we'll do either file save as or file move to. and just into the main product menu folder or Google Business folder that you have. And then, of course, next step, geotagging it before we upload it. With this, just process-wise, I'm walking you through this twice, right? So I'm going create your image, geotag your image, create your product. If it were me and I were you, I would figure out what all images or what all my products are going to be, create each of them, save them, then geotag, 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 then upload, upload, upload. So just process-wise, that's going to save you a lot of time than going tab to tab to tab. But I want you to get used to doing it first. So we'll head over to our tool for geotagging and click to upload. It's going to be that tool.geoimgr.com. We'll find the image there. For home buyer consultation. And pull that in. And so notice, since I didn't clear anything, and I don't know if you took the same step there, but there's no existing geotag. It didn't drop me in the ocean this time because I still have my pinpoint on the map. So, you know, as you're doing this and doing maybe that 5 per day that are free, or if you paid for the pro, then you could do more. If you don't clear it out, then you won't have to double click your way in. But we'll find that other target area. Right there, and now it's going to have a new geotag here. We'll grab those keywords and tags. Drop those in. And then for your image description, this would be Lacie Verner as a realtor with offers a free home buyer consultation in Dallas Fort Worth or target area location. No one's going to see these, but for the most part, the only time that someone might see this description alternative text is if the image doesn't load. The alternative text might load, but on your Google Business that wouldn't be a thing. But if you were to save this to your website and your image not load on a website, it's that little text that shows up when the image. That's what alternative text is. So we'll get those typed in there, and then we're going to click the first blue button. Then the second blue button for download. And file save as or file move to your geotagged images folder. All right, so we are back here, and if you refresh, you might see that home value report is no longer pending. It's now active. If you refresh at the time. So we will go ahead and click the blue button here to add product. And select that geotagged image for the home buyer consultation. Okay. The product name, we'll go ahead and type that in. Since we don't have a buy a home category, it still gives us the option, you know, create a new category. But as you build these out, they'll be in that drop-down list and you can just select it. And this will be buy a home. We're gonna leave product price blank and then create our product description for that home buyer consultation. And so this would be, you know, are you considering buying a home in the Dallas-Fort Worth area? Or as a realtor with I'm happy to provide a free, and you might, you know, think of what kind of time limit or what kind of, how much time does it take to do this? Would this be a free 30-minute, free 1 hour, you know, a free, or you can leave the time blank, but I like to say, give them a number here. So free 30-minute.
What sounds better to y'all? Something 30 minutes for free or an hour for free better?
Now,
I think you should not leave I don't think you should.
Has that hurt at all? Just free consultation? Okay,
No.
yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
We can only, I think about a free, if I was gonna get a free massage. 30 minutes.
No.
But.
Yeah,
Most times it sounds like.
Free consultation is good too.
No
But not bad.
much
Yeah.
better. Free home buyer consultation. And now this one to me is a great opportunity to mention, what are they going through or what are they about to be looking for? What are they, you know, they're thinking, oh, I want to buy a house, but I don't know what's all involved. We're thinking, we can discuss your mortgage, you know, home, what home loans look like, whether you're a first-time home buyer or, you know, looking to buy your next home. So think of what people might be searching when they are in that process. Great opportunity to use those keywords and get it built out. You have 1,000-character limit here, so it's even longer than your business description on Google. So building it out, getting those keywords in there.
There's a lot of lenders that we'll work with that will help. I feel like for like first-time home buyers, they're worried about credit.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of lenders that will help with some of the credit repair. So it's like that's something that you. could
Yeah,
fit in.
Absolutely. I would mention, you know, mention first-time home buyer, whether you're a first-time home buyer or looking to buy your next home. We can discuss, you know, everything from your home, like your mortgage loan, your credit score needs, and, you know, all of those things that they might be turning to Google, right? To how do I get a home? You know, what are my next steps? First-time home buyer programs, you know, those kind of things, and mentioning those here. All right, so getting that built out, and then of course, yes, we want to add a button for learn more. This could be if you use Calendly for planning, you could have a Calendly link here, or lead them to your, you know, your link that we used a minute ago to your agent profile page.
do you know of anything you could point to that they could fill in, like, you know, like part of your consultation, right? Where are you looking, how much?
Yeah, you could, so if you don't have a landing page for that, really Google Forms is one of the easiest, I think. It's an easy way to create forms like that and have them fill that out right there, and it sends you an email that you that someone filled it out. And so you could create a Google form for each of these and leave them there based on the information. Of course, you want to keep it simple for people. You don't want to turn them off by asking too much. And so you can always make, not everything has to be a required field, you know, but getting obviously the way that you can contact them. Yeah. And then getting those in here. Another option, are any of you familiar with flow code or like the flow page? Okay. I love it. I think it's great. So we could talk about that another time. But
What'd you call it?
flow code,
Low code?
yeah. Think of Linktree, similar to Linktree. Okay. So,
Speaking another language,
Well, my husband speaks that language, so he can help you.
okay, they're great. It's a nice visual that you're able to kind of guide people to their next step in their relationship with you. They can also download your contact right there. There's just a lot to it that I really like. We can talk about that another time. But as of now, we have 2 products built out, 2 categories that are on there. And so I would really just encourage you, as far as next steps, taking that, the guide that we have, this one here, and looking at, your business and building out, really mapping out what you want your products to be, how you would describe them, and then getting where you want to guide people to get that.
What do you do if you accidentally erase your stuff? You push like.
Accidentally erase all of your
So
stuff.
like.
Command Z.
description.
Command C. Are you on a Mac or are you on a, Control Z? Control Z is my life. Now, is it gone? Yay!
Amazing.
That's
It'll just, like,
it.
Follow me around. It's like, I know there's something, but I don't know.
Yeah, Control Z is, yeah,
Gold.
it is gold. So many things. Like I've thought that, as weird as it is, I'm like, oops, I'm like Control. And I'm like, no, who am I? That's really nerdy. But any questions on this?
Okay, so on this, are these just other things that could fall underneath selling your home, or are these
Mhm.
things that need to go on our keywords?
These are just ideas for different products you could build out.
Okay.
I think it's awesome. The more products you have, the more experience you look, the more,
Yeah.
I mean, like, you go to somebody's website, you go to a restaurant, you click on it, and it's like, when I'm on the menu, you're like, I don't know if I want to go to this place.
Right.
Right, but the number of products on this thing, your quote unquote menu, you can call it, of what you have to offer. I mean, this is huge for that. And you take the, I mean, good grief, copy and paste it. I mean,
Yeah.
home search app, whatever it is, if you have a specific closing cost calculator, the link that you want to get it to off of yours or add that in your thing, you might even use one off of Boomtown, get it to your landing page. Everything needs to feed back to your website, ideally. So a lot of this stuff, you might have all these products, okay, and every single one is hyperlinked to your landing page.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which is perfectly fine. But you want to get it back to your website, like they're eventually gonna get to the point where you're gonna see they stumbled onto your website, okay? And then you have a lead that they, after looking at 2 photos, 3 photos, they have their information, you've got their contact info, you call them, set up the appointment, and go from there.
So like I had put a product for one of ours a while back when I had a listing. Is that something we'll go to products too, or is that not?
Wait, you had a what? I'm sorry.
So when I set this up for team one before, I had like a house for sale. And so I put products and I took a picture of it and wrote in Canva and
Yeah.
is that okay? Is that something okay to put?
To put listings?
It's-
Yeah, so that would be these
Oh,
2
I
categories.
will set that.
Yeah, so you could do, if you choose to promote your listings on there, you could do that.
Okay.
It will, just so you know, because this is important too, before you go building the whole thing out. Your categories are going to appear based on the last one you did, is going to be at the top. So there's no way to reorder like how they are on your Google Business. So you might just think through what's most important. Is it capturing people who are, looking to list a home? Would probably be what I would
Okay,
say.
so no matter
So-
which category it is,
Mhm.
it's gonna be the last.
Whichever one you last created.
So if you did have some good feedback from one of them, and you posted another one and it wasn't getting anything, you could go back and
You would,
repost or redo it.
no, so it's going to be the category by category.
Okay.
So, you know how we did one product per category? Our second one was the buy a home category. That would show up first
Right.
on the search. I can create more products under either one of them, but it's still going to be in that
So
order.
they're like folders.
Right, your folders are, yes.
Okay, so if we were gonna do homes for sale, we may not make that another folder, we might just put that under buyer consultation, or would you make that its own folder?
No. It would be its own category.
Okay.
Sell your home.
Yeah, but you may not want it to appear first, right? You may not just want your listings to be the first thing people see. You may
Right.
want that,
Like, these
the
are the
list
two
your
that I
home
want.
category to be, or like sell a home category to be first.
Mhm.
And so if it were me, I would create a just listed category first, home sold category next, because you do it in
Because
reverse
you
order.
add To it, it's still gonna keep it down, it's still gonna stay in.
It's just the categories.
So we've already screwed up.
The categories will products be deleted.
They can,
Okay.
yes.
So
So in order,
Realistically, we're gonna end up deleting these two that we just did, because we wanna put others first.
if you're gonna do the just list or like the listings on there, then yeah,
These are the two we want at the top.
I would,
I would, well,
I would, yeah.
Okay.
But then we
Um,
can still add to the homes for sale without it.
Yeah, it's not
repopulating
gonna
the top,
reorder the categories.
The subcategories.
Right.
category.
It's not gonna reorder the categories. The products within that will be in order that you upload.
Okay,
So
sweet.
just the categories, when you do that, you want to do it in reverse order to its
Okay.
importance. I know that sounds weird, but it's something,
Yeah,
there's
because the
no
top-
way
as
to
long as the
reorder.
top Moves across the panel down there like that. That
Yes.
gives you that top.
Yeah,
whatever you
and they
wanna call
appear in
it.
that order on your Google
Right,
search.
okay.
So the products, so when you put a home for sale
Mhm.
in a
Can
home
you go
for
back to the
sale.
products, maybe like the,
product.
off of this? So first of all, y'all have, this is your list of, like, the fold.
Oh, I'm
The fold
sorry.
is this. No, you're good.
So
I
that
touched-
was,
I touched the screen.
that was your
Thank
folder.
you. Yeah, as he touches, just things are happening. It's crazy. There we go.
The bold is your folders.
Yeah.
Right.
Category.
Right? Sell your category, sell your home, buy a home. So now go back to your other thing. And you have all the products in there, what you have, the home buyer consultation. Now, here it is there. So once you put another one, it's gonna take these and move them over.
No, it's not.
No?
If you
Yes.
put a new category, it's gonna move on.
That's what I'm talking about. These are the
But
categories.
you add to sell your
If
home.
you add to sell your home, buy a
it's gonna
home, and it puts it in order of
Right.
what you put it at.
Says you create the
Right?
next
If you have another
category.
category, if you want sell your home to be the first category on here,
It needs to be the
you should have
last
already
one.
had, you already had your
Yes.
invest in real estate
Yeah.
tab. should
So
already
you
put
would
that
create
first.
one product
Right.
for
Right.
that, and then,
So, but on photos, all of these will populate under there. So if you have a house for sale that you put on there, that will then populate under photos. We don't need to like duplicate it in both spots.
I'm
Right.
sorry. I try to keep up with that.
Okay, so if you have a category of homes for sale
Uh-huh.
and you post a cute picture of an exterior from Canva and it says all the cute stuff,
Mhm.
then that's going to populate under your photos.
No.
You have to add
No,
to your photos.
You've added to photos too, so
Right.
your products don't show up in photos.
These images that we created in our products tab will not show up in your photos.
Okay,
So should you go and put them in your photos?
Not, I wouldn't do these cover, I mean, you could,
but the homes for
You could.
sale,
but,
Well, here's the thing, like you said, you could do that, but y'all keep in mind that one of the things we have coming up next week, okay, because I want to wrap this up, we can keep having questions.
Yeah.
We can get off the recording on here. It was your products menu and everything on there, it shows that on there, which is good. You might want to have this exact same thing, because next week we're gonna be going over
review.
reviews.
So
The
fun.
reviews, maybe you in the reviews formula that shows, hey, when you have that, because the reviews are more things that you're probably gonna want to have up on your daily kind of photos or every couple of days when you're posting your one or two or three or whatever it is per week.
Mhm.
And those, in my opinion, products are great. You're gonna have those on there, and you can post something on there, it's fine, you could, but really, it's not, in my opinion, probably not the best thing you wanna have out there as far as your daily, your posts and things, your geo tagging, which can be your reviews. I want people to see your 4.9 star review or 5-star review, and what they said about you, and a picture of the home in the background, whatever it might be. To me, in my opinion, that's more valuable than
Yeah.
duplicating products onto your photo post as well.
I agree. And honestly, for me, as far as time, I don't know that the listings would be something I would spend my time doing. I think you have, power within these couple of categories to build out. That way you're not having to, spend your time doing that.
Yeah.
And then spend your time moving them from, being just or listings.
so if you
Posting
are-
the photos, so long as you're getting in and dumping 5 at a time or so, not a
Yeah.
ton. A couple times a week, adding the photos, your closing photos, I'm active in real estate photos,
So the listing photos of a house would be more appropriate under just photo as opposed to product.
that's where I would
Got
say.
If you want, and keep in mind how much stuff think about anything you buy. Okay, you jump on Amazon and you're buying a product and you're looking at it. Yes, you might click through the photos and see if it
Mhm.
matches to what you want, right? Whatever it is, you look at a backpack, you're like, "Ooh, I like that. I like the fact that it's got 4 pockets and not 3. This one there. But then what do you do before you buy it? You look at the reviews and you say, okay, this one's got 4.6 stars and there's 6 reviews, and this one over here has 4.5 stars and it's got 3,500 reviews, right? Which one do you buy?
3,500.
The one that's got 3,500 reviews, and so even though it's less stars, right? Because of what it is. And that's what you want to compile on here. You want to start building up that type of
Yep.
status. Okay? Because that's what people are going to be doing. And that's what this kind of really is about. For me, that's why next week is really, really important. So y'all come next week.
Yeah.
Okay?
See y'all there.
Being here.
We're done?
We are done. That was it.
See y'all.
Bye, everyone.